Okay, so we've got an Excel chart that we've been working on. I have my data. I actually want to show you how to put a border on. So I'm going to take my border off. I've got a reading goal tab. I've got a writing goal. Same chart. We copied the chart. We just adjusted the data for a writing goal. The only thing I didn't do was change the writing goal title. So I'm putting writing goal in the second box, and then my title, I'm going to double click on reading, change it to writing goal. Okay, that makes more sense. Now, I prefer my columns going down, like I said before, and the graph on the same sheet. I think it's easiest to maneuver, especially when you have multiple students and multiple graphs. The only reason I could come up with for wanting the graph on a different sheet down here, like if I were to add a sheet, would be for printing purposes, but actually I'll show you that if you just click on the graph and hit File, Print, just the graph will print. Nice and neat for you. It fits to the page. Or you can click off the graph, hit File, Print, and everything prints. Now if you look over here, this looks a little messy with no borders. So I'm going to show you how to quick do a border. You just highlight everything and hit all borders. So when you're in the Home tab, click the down arrow. You can hit all borders. Then, keeping it highlighted, I'm going to do a thick box border around. It just looks nice. And then I'm going to highlight just my two title boxes and hit thick box border again. Now, if I hit File, Print, or Control P, that looks a lot nicer. So you can print it that way, or you can select just the chart, hit Control P, and just the chart will graph. Okay. Now, if you have multiple students, I believe the best way to do it would be to have a new Excel document for each student. However, you do not want to create the charts and the graphs each time you have to have a new student. So instead, I have this all saved. It's nice and neat. I'm going to put a border around here too. So hit all borders first, then the thick box border. Highlight the title boxes and thick box border again. Okay, now everything looks like how I want it to look. I'm going to keep everything. I'm going to hit Save. So File, Save, or you can hit Control S. Okay, for student 1. Then I'm going to hit File, Save As. Make sure you do this first before you go and start changing things. And let's just do your next student. So in this case, I'm just going to say student 2. Save everything. So let's start with the reading goal. We're going to have new data. Probably wasn't absent on the same day. So I'm just going to make up some data here. 65, 75, 70, 80. We got a 70 and 85. My chart already adjusted, and I'm all set. The only thing I have to change is that this is for student 2. And the title of my chart here, I'm going to double click in there. It highlights 2, student 2 reading goal. And I'm going to do the same for the writing goal. Wasn't absent. And let's put some new data in there. So maybe got a 50, 60, 65, 65 again, 70, and maybe a 75. Okay. And just change it to student 2. And now I haven't wasted time creating the borders, creating the data table, and creating the graph and formatting the graph. It's already saved. Hit Control S to save, or File, Save. And if you had another student, hit File, Save As, in whatever your next student is. Student